Welcome back to Persona 5 Strikers. Last time we opened up the Gen 1 doors and blew up some searchlights with a grenade launcher because overkill. And I just realized that Joker is level 20, so I should probably go to the Valve room, although first, I should mention, all the shops in town restocked. So I went and bought another Gyutan burger, more ingredients, and more SP drinks. Unfortunately, I don't... Yeah, you aren't selling any revival items. I guess I can get cheap healing.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Valve. Awaken your new self.
It's so weird not having to worry about, fusing personas of the right arcana for social links. But okay, Archangel. I'm gonna hold off on getting Archangel because it will be relevant to something later on. Lamia, though...
It seems that it can gain new power.
Oh, you already have fire, so in fact, Burn Boost and Soul Thief would be great on you.
Choose which...
Doesn't mean I have to give up Tarunda, but nothing that Slime has I really like. I guess we can register you. I may have just overwritten a good Slime, but oh well. And now we have created the, I've already forgotten, yes, now we have created Ante. I guess that kind of fits in SMT terms. You beat a boss, you unlock them for fusion. Not that that's the case with this game, but still. Yes, I like how that hair is conveniently in the right place to avoid raising the age rating even higher. Okay, 21 is Orthoris. The thing is, checking like the Persona levels here gives you a bit of an idea of what enemies might be showing up next in the jail, and therefore which elements you should be preparing going forward. For example, we may need to fight Orthoris sooner or later, so it is week 2 wind once again. I can get you all the way up to level 20. Grab 2 new skills. Medea... Oh, Gurl is pretty good. And I just registered everything I could and fused a couple of weak personas together just to clear up space. Guess we haven't discussed in a while. I feel like I've missed a few of these conversations, unfortunately, since I'm not returning from every single save point. Futaba, who are you who are calling games crap? Yeah, that's just kinda like the way that, you know, a lot of modern light novels work. They gotta attract dem otaku demographic. By the way, the term otaku is, I've said this a billion times, but like, people who, like, learn Japanese just starting out don't really get the memo. Yeah, the term otaku is viewed incredibly negatively in Japan. Never ever call yourself an otaku over there. You will be shunned.
Very well. Let us depart.
Okay, Ryuji, Morgana, oh, fittingly Yusuke. So all 3 of them need to be buffed up a little bit. And we're at the Alba Saint First Ward. Yeah, actually, no, it's kind of funny because there was an area in like Pokemon Coliseum, like, or not an area, an item called the Downstairs Key, and it's supposed to be Downstairs Key, and I always read it as Down Street Key. Well, here, ST actually is an abbreviation for street. At least I presume it's street. It probably is. Yeah, I kind of hate spawning from this checkpoint because there's like a bajillion of these little robot dog enemies in this area, so it's kind of hard not to avoid a fight on your way through here. Oh, right, speaking of royal beatdowns... Please let this actually work this time. Oh, there we go, I had to set those 2 on. Right, there we go. Also, I have 7 bond points I can spend. But I think I'll save up for a higher version of Metaverse Medic.
Sorry for them.
Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming.
So, welcome to the inside of these little alleyways. Yeah, I do kind of like this part of the jail. I will say the Sendai jail is probably my one of my least favorite dungeons in this game. It is fairly generic fantasy. I get that that's the whole point, but still, it's just a thing where it's like maybe they went a little bit too hard on. Also, we've got 2 people who have been charmed. I'm not going to say the word. I'm not going to say the S word. But yeah, we've got 2 people who've been... Ow! Stop buzzsawing me, Charm Mona. There's one time where I actually want him to be fawning over Arn. Right, okay, so... 1, 2, 3. Now, if I mash this... Yeah, here we go. So, people in the comments pointed out to me that I believe that, like, Yusuke's mashing slash on his third combo is actually Ice Element. It's just me, or are all that attacks hitting really hard for me? A lot of enemies tend to be dying to them.
I'm sure.
I'm not, like, secretly on easy mode, am I? I'm still on normal, okay.
It wasn't much of a struggle.
Good.
The thing is, I will actually be needing the Japanese voice settings soon. 3 soul drops is good, but I've got a lot of what is it? LeBlanc curry. Yeah, that's the SP recovering food that I've got. Along with, some SP drinks and the like. Oh, I remember here. Yep. Guess what time it is?
Looks like this way's blocked too. Should be able to hack our way through though.
Once again, it is Futaba's turn to become Bentley.
You guys ready? I'll need you to watch my back. Alright, hacking in. Make sure you back me up.
Now, if only Futaba could taunt enemies by saying, "Up your nose with a rubber hose." All of Bentley's taunting lines from Sly 3 are amazing. He has, like, a gadget that, like, you can use to lure guards around, and he has a lot of taunt lines for it. I think the other one I can remember off the top of my head is, "You will never find me."
You, with a low self-esteem!
I feel there was a mission where you had to lure Carmelita around with that too. It was always fun whenever she was on like the map in a Sly game because she was incredibly overpowered and would just destroy any enemies in her path. So you could just lure her around the overworld and just take out anything you wanted to. Okay, 1, 2. Let's see if I can get the follow-up going. Oh no, there's a Lamia. Oh hey, my follow-up hit the Lamia. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. I was actually planning to go on a totally different tangent during this hacking sequence, but it turns out that I started talking about Sly, which, it's just kind of a thing. Like, I don't know if I'd ever be able to do something like that on the channel, really, but maybe as like a one-off at some point. One day I do want to show off, the opening of Sly 3 is literally just how Persona 5 opens, and it predated it by several years. Like, it is almost exactly the same opening. It's pretty amazing. But yeah, Sly is basically why I got... Well, I mean, you know, I was into Persona in the first place, but, I saw a couple of enemies slip past. But, it's kind of why I got so into the Phantom Thief theming of Persona 5. But more relevant to this, now, I actually believe that the, 1, 2, 3, 4... So, yeah, it is a counter. I proved that. So, yeah. So on Yusuke's, not this one, but also high counter, this is, apparently this is very similar to the mechanic of one of the characters from Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I can see that. I haven't played Age of Calamity though, so I wouldn't really know. Get off Futaba, please. Get off Futaba, please. I guess I could try shotgunning some things. But yeah, Yusuke gets more of a combo count. But like as I was saying, Yusuke's 4th combo special, when he does like make that flash on his sword, it is a counter. And there we go, hack complete.
Thanks for the backup, everyone.
However,
Check out my new skill.
check out this sick new skill! Check out this sick new skill! If you haven't played Xenoblade 3, then, you don't know this horror. So yeah, she can sometimes cause charge, and also increase the rate at which the showtime gauge fills. It's kind of cool that she gets these fairly early now, but I guess, you know, that's, part of the course when Futaba joins much earlier in the game. In Strikers, you only had her for like half the game in the original. It's kind of cool getting to use every party member from the beginning. But okay, yes, the next enemy we'll be fighting is going to be weak to Yusuke, I believe.
Welcome, chosen heroes.
I'd recognize that hairdo anyway. Yes, the Fearsome Four were all, are all based on people who were at that party.
You must be one of the fearsome 4.
More like fearsome snore, if you ask me.
I am one of the fearsome four, and serve unto the Prince of Nightmares, the great Kuga! I suppose you must possess some skill if you were able to best both Doma and Ante. But you'd be foolish to assume I'd be as easily defeated as them.
Didn't the last one say something similar?
Either Natsume didn't vary his characters enough, or he lacked the creativity and started copy-pasting.
I've noticed a lot of commenters are liking Futaba's snarky comments in this jail.
Man, you are really into this hero thing, huh?
And I always choose the options to have Joker get really into it.
You've got spirit, I'll give you that. I'm starting to like you. Now then, have at you.
Well, I guess that's a Dracula reference. Yep, there it is, two-headed Orthrus, and this is probably not going to do a whole lot. Yeah, it has Frey, so once I brought Haru to this fight, and let's just say it did not end well. So don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. Speaking of learning from my mistakes, I am going to, after Taruk... Wait, I don't need to do that, I don't need to do that, I have burgers. Different world, burgers are still OP. But yeah, what I want to do here is I want to Rakunda. Yeah, I'm a little too far away. Have I mentioned yet that I really like this version of Last Surprise? Can't believe I never really realized that was Ice Element before, but yeah. Like, look at this. Look how badly that shreds this gauge. Also, apparently I did a counter without realizing. I'm that blindfolded run of Super Punch-Out. Still one of my favorite ATDQs of all time. I accidentally did a frame-perfect counter. One of my favorite things I've ever heard anyone say playing a game on YouTube. I accidentally did a frame-perfect counter. Okay, it's not quite dead yet. But, yeah, as you can see here, Mataru Kaja plus Rakunda is kind of OP. As is Yusuke's third combo against anything weak to ice. And I just counted for good measure.
Okay, now we just need to climb the tower. Race you to the top.
Well, in a race, I think Morgana's agility is slightly higher than Yusuke. I think it is the highest agility of the party. But anyway. Oh look, there's a Medice logo over there. That doesn't imply anything at all.
It looks like this core is a trophy. It says Sokaisho Awards.
Dude probably got this by cheating too.
But look at this date. This was definitely before people's hearts started to change. So, he won this on his own?
Natsume could once write actual quality literature?
I don't buy it. You can't win an award just by ripping people off.
Regardless, that's two pieces of proof we've obtained.
Yeah, two of his sources of power, but I guess maybe he let all that fame go to his head.
That's just one left. Where haven't we checked yet? There was that door back when we first entered. Maybe we should look there.
He did score another piece of proof, so maybe it'll open now. Let's head back.
Well, as always, the exclamation mark will tell us where to go. Okay, we gotta go back to Hirose Street. However, we can open up a little bit of a shortcut. So while I'm on my way there, yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about one isekai that, okay,
I think they're onto us. Be more alert
yep,
from
that's
now
a thing. And I pressed the wrong button there. It's just, you know what, I'm gonna go full-on 4Kids One Piece and have Morgana blow these up with a slingshot. But, yeah, there's one isekai that I just, for the record, I've never actually read or, like, watched, but it sounds kind of interesting to me. It's called I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I maxed out my defense. Admittedly, I'm a little biased because the protagonist basically just turns into the biggest Kling armor knight of all time. But, like, the premise is that someone is playing an MMO and they're just kind of a casual player and they don't like getting hurt, so they put all of their stat points into defense. And they have, like, no points in any other stats. So, like, people are like, oh, they're gonna be so weak, they can't hurt anything, right? But then they discover just the right combination of skills and ailments such that they can actually kill things without having a good attack stat. And then the developers of the MMO realize, oh crap, she's completely broken this game. We did not realize these skills could combo that way. And so they scramble to nerf her, and then she continues to get more and more powerful. And at the same time, she's just someone who wants to have fun as like a casual gamer. So there's no real like high stakes or anything. And I don't know, it just sounds kind of like an interesting spin on isekai. The problem is, I do worry that it may be still a little bit pandery because
I can see the prison keep, but the entrance is closed.
I've heard that she gains tentacle powers later, so that feels a bit iffy to me.
Don't think we're getting in that way. Did the book have any other hints, Fox?
In the story, the heroes had to walk across an invisible floor to get inside.
Did they have to leap from the lion's head? Has he plagiarized that too?
An invisible floor. How do we find something we can't see? Just have to look really carefully. Maybe something will turn up.
Yes, if only we had an ability that could let us see invisible things. Yeah, it's not like that would ever be an ability that we've had all along. So yeah, we'll have to keep this in mind. For now, this is closed. Portcullis. I'm sorry, that just reminded me of, like, you won't get this if you don't play, like, really deep-cut Fire Emblem games, but early fan translations of Thracia that had, Kemp naming all of his strategies after parts of a castle, and so at one point he just yells, Portcullis! And that was where Murder Holus came from, which is clearly supposed to be Murder Holes, but one of the translators was like, no, Murder Holus was actually a real medieval strategy, where you lock people in a room and fight to the death. No. No, it's actually just a complete, yeah, just a translation fail. Yeah, I actually don't want Morgana, because I know what these piles of swords, in fact, now you know what these piles of swords are. They are Bless element, and that means I want somebody who uses Bless coming up. So let's switch over to Sophie.
Who the hell are you?
Check out those swords.
I'm the hell person who's gonna kick you out of this jail! Channel your inner edgelord. But yeah, so these swords right here, they deal bless damage and they're reusable. Keep that in mind, because that might be important later. And, oh no, there's a few more. Sophia has a pretty solid amount of ammo. Uh-oh. Hi, Shadows. Yeah, gonna have to get rid of these. Oh, right, Orthroses are back, and this time they are back with a significant amount of vengeance. However, they're also gonna die, and also, I just realized the sound effect of the cyclone just keeps going even when we're pausing. Looks like some kind of Mona Lisa type thing.
Let's keep up the pace, shall we?
You'd think they'd hide a chest in one of these, but apparently not. At least, not at this point.
This should prove useful.
So, yeah, that was, hello there. I'm gonna change my gun type and shoot you. Didn't really know I could do that before. Okay, yeah, definitely, we are hearing all of the different battle themes here. But yeah, the other isekai that I vaguely have interest in, because I found out about it fairly recently while I was doing quote-unquote research for these videos, is there's an isekai where somebody, where a lover of vending machines gets reincarnated as a vending machine because he died trying to save a vending machine from falling off a cliff. That is an actual thing that exists. So, like, at the very least, I mean, like, this is the thing with, like, with the isekai genre, I feel. So, isekai, I feel, is what TV tropes would call an undead horse trope. And by that, I mean, it's a trope that is mercilessly parodied, but it's still played straight sometimes. These are actually some of my favorite TV tropes. There's a dead horse trope is a trope that's never played straight anymore, that's pretty much only ever brought up if people are intentionally subverting it. Like a good example of a dead horse trope would be, at least in my mind, dragons kidnapping princesses, because usually whenever that happens in a modern thing, either the princess is actually the villain, the dragon is actually nice. Like, you get the idea. People only bring it up to subvert the trope, to subvert it. An undead horse trope is a trope that is frequently parodied and subverted, but is also still played straight, and that would be the isekai genre. But there are a lot of other tropes like that, like for example the whole idea of like the fearsome four, like an elite four kind of group. That's parodied a ton, but it's also played straight because it still can be used well. And then another one of my favorites is dead unicorn trope, which is a dead horse trope, except it was like a trope that is frequently parodied, except it was never really played straight in the first. Oh boy, Haru was probably not a good idea here. Except it was never really played straight in the first place. Like, a classic example of that is The Butler did it. Very rarely in mystery fiction was the culprit a butler. Like, almost never. And yet, if you've seen parodies, you would think that happens all the time. Another example in my mind of a dead unicorn trope, something that's frequently parodied but was never really played straight, is a lot of Final Fantasy parodies have you killing gods, but killing gods is actually a fairly recent trend in Final Fantasy. It's been common in JRPGs for a very long time, but in terms of actual Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy didn't have an actual full-on capital G god as the main villain until Lightning Returns. And they didn't have an evil church until Final Fantasy X, which was quite late into its lifespan. But
Try to focus and see if you can't find an invisible floor around here.
We can actually see the invisible floors even without using third eye, but it's easy with the third eye. This reminds me of the invisible walls in Koga's gym.
Is this safe? Not going to fall, are we?
Nope, we should be good. Let's take these things all the way to the keep.
Oh, dang it, that gave me an opportunity to make... I'm sorry I'm referencing Sonic so much lately, it's just I've had a bit of a brain rot at the moment, but, yes, that just makes me think of be careful not to fall. I know that at least one character, and I think it's in 06, says that insanely creepily, unintentionally so. I want to say that it's Tails, because Tails sounds weird in 06. But, I don't know. Or maybe it's Rouge. I know that somebody says that really weird. And I know that Omo-Chow says it at one point, which is always creepy. I also remember in 06, Rouge has the most hilarious falling in a pit death sound of all time. Ah! She just goes, ah! But anyway, this little ledge down here.
Let's move it.
Remember this ledge for later. Just saying. Remember it for later. Oh, actually remember it for now, because there's a chest over here.
A treasure chest.
Ugh, that's a terrifying weapon name. Skin Ripper. The thing is, a lot of real, whips actually did do that. Look up the Cat of Nine Tails if you want to, be horrified. Yeah, that inflicting fear status would make sense. Whips are no joke. But, okay. Yeah, next destination would be over these golden orbs, as Ango Natsume's writing would probably call them. Oh yeah, speaking of Natsume, so his last name obviously derives from Soseki Natsume, and someone in the comments pointed out to me that, hi there, enemies, pointed out to me that his first name Ango is also a reference to someone. It kind of makes sense because Yusuke's name is also a reference to a real life person, and Madarame's is as well. So all the artists are have name references.
That one's all beefed up. Should we take it?
No, we should not forget it.
What is that? Can we take a look?
How can an empty bottle be lovely? But yeah, we can see a little bit of a preview of where we need to go. It's not that much further now, but it is fairly easy to fall here, especially if you get stuck on that, which is an invisible wall. You have to take the long way around, and if we fall here, we get attacked by drones. Okay, we can just jump over here. It's a little hard to see the regular parts of the buildings with third eye up. Heavy Pound. Is this like a new service from Pound Mates? I love the localization on Pound Mates, by the way, but I probably can't really talk about it because it's a little bit not safe for work. But let's just say that its Japanese name was also a potentially sexual sounding thing. So, yeah, they were able to choose a localization that fits with the whole thing of fighting and also, still has that pun. Is there any, like, chests or anything down there? I don't think so. And now we go in through the window. Aha, but first, I remember this next opponent. We are going to need somebody who uses Zio. So let's go Ryuji back. I can put Ann in, considering that she's, for some reason I want Makoto here, but that's going to require me to swap over to somebody. We will be leaving the jail to recover stamina soon. In fact, I believe we'll be forced out after this. Okay, so we are officially in, and now...
I've been waiting for you, chosen heroes.
Now they're going for evil old man voice.
I am one of the fearsome four, and servant to the Prince of Nightmares. Better roll.
Wow, didn't expect an old geezer.
Aw, I feel kind of bad. He looks like he'd fall over from just a little push.
But appearances can often be deceiving, can't they? Despair, for I am the strongest of the fearsome four. Your journey ends here.
Well, if he wants to fight, then I guess we don't have to hold back.
Hand over that proof!
What?
My, you're a curvy little thing, aren't you? Ah, you're a real sight for these tired old eyes.
Anna's like, I take it back, murder him.
Alright, he's going down.
So, yes, this guy, Angor's writing has sunk even lower. I'm Pervy Old Man. My sex offenses are an endearing character trait.
Oh, stepping it up a bit this time, huh?
And, in my notes, I have it specifically, Pervy Old Man is weak to electric. So, let's use it. Tarukaja. In fact, you know what? I see your Tarukaja, and I raise you mine. Oh, right, and then Joker has to, Rakunda. And I have to make sure I don't regret,
Use this.
forget this, not regret. I don't regret casting Tarukaja. You're using fire. Ooh, watch out for Belial, he uses fire. I still love that from, well, not exactly love it. Oh boy, that's a vortex attack, okay. Yeah, not being able to use your persona kinda sucks. I'm still not quite at the point where Ryuji's charge attacks get really good. In fact, I probably shouldn't even charge. I should probably just do that! Get him out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Don't really want, Tarunda. At least this guy has no minions with him. Ow. Yeah, but at least Ryuji has a lot of HP. I do feel like you're probably going to be taking hits a decent amount in this game, so Ryuji's tankiness is useful here. Oh, were you shocked? You are shocked. You're still shocked, okay. So, I will smack you with that. You definitely deserve the technical treatment in your face. He's almost done. And probably just rush him down. Kinda don't like spamming skills, but... Okay, there you go, got a good smack with the hammer. Oh, Makoto's down. I didn't even notice.
Getting stronger every day.
But Ryuji now has Rebel Soul. Increases the showtime gauge more quickly. I believe only him and Sophia get that out of the party. Well, Joker can have it too, obviously.
So, it seems it's the end for me as well. you can put.
In your dreams.
That takes care of Old Man Ogles a lot. Now we just need to nab the proof.
All right, let's head to the top.
Yes, thankfully the pervy old man is dead, and I'm so sorry, Makoto, speaking of dead, I'm not going to revive you because I do believe we are going to be kicked out of the jail now. And something interesting happens once we are out of this part.
Okay, that's 3 pieces of proof.
Okay, I was about to mention that I kind of have a fountain pen on the desk when I'm recording this, but it doesn't look that gaudy.
Seems this last one is a fountain pen. Fitting for a writer, I suppose.
I don't think I ever actually used mine. I think I still have the ink cartridges for it.
So now we can get into the Overlord's castle, right?
If we're following the novel, then yes.
We're finally going to storm the castle.
About damn time. Phantom thieves are coming for you, asshole.
Hold on. Maybe we should head back for now. We're going to charge into enemy territory. We should probably make sure we're prepared.
Good idea. Ugh, I'm all sorts of tired after that last fight.
Yeah, I'll need some brain bleach right now.
Sorry, Panther. Might not be a bad idea to fall back and regroup. What's the plan, Joker?
We will do just that.
We gotta be at the top of our game before a big operation. That's Phantom Thieves 101.
I only recently found out that 101 is a reference to, like, course codes in American universities.
That settles it then. Let's make our way back.
Oh yes, this is amazing.
So, the fearsome four were defeated?
Yes. Seems they were felled by a new group of heroes calling themselves the Phantom Thieves.
Phantom thieves? You mean the ones everyone won't stop talking about?
Now he just gets out his pen and starts writing A.N. Phantom Thieves. Stop flammin' da story K.
You don't think... I mean, do they truly believe they're going to change my heart? They mean to topple the Overlord himself. Fools! They're destined to fail, just like all who came before them. This world is under my absolute control. No one is going to take it from me! No matter who's brave enough to try.